sabes lo que pasa. El primer verso, papi. Lo que manda aquí la clave.
Today we're talking 10 best things to do in Madrid. Now obviously I can't mention everything to see in this beautiful city right this minute, but these are definitely some highlights you cannot miss. But if you want to see more of Madrid, stay until the end. Now let's get started. If you fancy a way to look at Madrid from above, look no further than Madrid's Teleférico. You can start in Casa de Campo, one of Madrid's larger parks, which is so big it houses a zoo aquarium and even an amusement park, and finish back in the city by Temple de Debo, or vice versa. The cable car opened in 2018 and flies both residents and tourists alike over the city, where you can enjoy a view of course, Casa de Campo, but also some of Madrid's more well-known monuments. Each cabin car fits 6 people and travels at 3.5 meters per second, taking overall 11 minutes to complete the journey. Sobrino de Botín is the oldest restaurant in the world, and you can join the likes of Ernest Hemingway even, and enjoy its famed, delicious, suckling pig baked in the oven that was used since its opening in 1725. So despite being almost 300 years old, the restaurant has only ever closed once during the pandemic, and even was opened during the Spanish Civil War. Retiro is Madrid's most famous green space, and in July 2021 was declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's particularly famous for its lake, where you can rent a rowing boat with a backdrop of the monument to Alfonso XII. But you can also find many Madrileños using the park for a Sunday stroll or for a jog or to relax, as this place is 308 acres of land. It's huge, so there's plenty to see here, including many monuments, fountains and gardens for everyone's taste. Just over 200 years old, Prado is arguably the most famous art museum in Spain, holding more than 2,300 paintings and then sculptures, drawings and other pieces of artwork, including works from the famous painter Goya. General admission is €15, but you can get access for free, yes I said free, between Monday and Saturday between 6 to 8 p.m. and on Sundays between 5 to 7 p.m. However, there are 2 things to be aware of. The first is that the museum is absolutely huge, so you definitely won't be able to see the entire museum within those 3 hours. And the second, when you do buy tickets, you have to order them 24 hours in advance. So just remember that, guys. Although this is the preferred art museum in Madrid, if you want to see more of the likes of Picasso, including his famous work, the Guernica, head to the Museum Reina Sofia. So unlike sangria and paella, bocadillo de calamari is one of the lesser known famous foods of Madrid. Not everyone is a fan, but it would be a crime to visit Madrid and not try it. There are many places located around Plaza Mayor that do sell this delicacy. The Temple of the Bod is a real Egyptian temple from 200 BC. It was gifted to Madrid in 1968 to save it from floods in Egypt, and had to be rebuilt stone by stone where it stands today. It's located in Park West, which has views of the city and the palace, and it's generally the best place to catch the sunset, so I would totally recommend going at that time. The palace's history starts way before Madrid was even the capital of Spain. However, only in 1734 was this palace known, what is today, and residence to the royal family. Today, however, although the palace is technically the residence of the King and Queen of Spain, it's now only used for official ceremonies. A basic entrance fee is €12 to see inside, although it is free to some, for example if you're a citizen or resident of the EU or Latin America. Created by the Spanish King Prince Philip II, Campo del Moro is one of Madrid's hidden gems, with free entry and open every day. Why not check out the view of the palace from the gardens? It's even home to some peacocks.
Up to you. And here we have the wild species of it's a really big bird, I shouldn't actually.
So if you are a bookworm, this is perfect for you. Since 1925, bookstores along Puerta del Sol have been open every day of the week. You can buy second-hand books ranging from philosophy, art, literature, antique comics for a very good price. or if you like, you can also sell a book to them. Nowadays, the stalls are still run by the same families of those that ran it back in 1925. Amazing, right? Chocolateria de San Ginés is Madrid's oldest chocolateria, dating back to 1890. The building certainly does give that feel. The most typical order is churros and chocolate, which comes in a mug that you can drink from after. Normally, pandemic aside, the shop is open 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, just for you to tackle that chocolate craving. Now, of course, there are so many more places to visit in Madrid to be mentioned all in one video. So, if you want to see or know more of Madrid, check out my previous videos, including a day trip out of Madrid to El Escorial, which is well worth your visit, especially if you like history and art. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
Lo que manda aquí la clave.